kind of game you're trying to play here, but I'm much too tired for this.
Hookah. Nice, roundy.
Shut up.
Nice popos?
Shut up.
You say talk.
No,
Lumen.
Excuse me, I was just looking for Stan.
Your frosting look a little bit rugged. A little bit.
Chocolate.
Shall we say?
Now you and a little girl are gonna have to pay for it.
So what's up, B?
Watching the game, having a bud.
True.
What's up? Yo, who's that?
yo, pick up the phone. Hello?
What's that?
What's up? Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke.
Hey! What's that? Hold on. Hello?
What's up? Yo, who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone. Hello?
What's that?
What's up? Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke.
Hey!
Yo.
What's that?
What's that?
Hold on. Hello?
What's going on? I'm gonna do this live because my pre-record is effed, completely effed. All right. Yeah, I used OBS. For some reason, it like duplicated the audio for some weird reason. It's never done that. So it sounds like I'm talking in a tin can. It was fine. So I got all the pages. I yanked all the pages off this. So, but none of y'all have this. Barely anybody has that. I will be buried with it. All right. So what's up, chat? Let's see. Andy's first. Mike is second. Jay Ryan. Jay, you have everything. Jay's third. Let's see. Prater's here. Jay Burtz. Nick here. What's up? All right. So I'm going to keep this short. I got to go to the gym. Stop being fat. All right. So I'm going to take a peek at this. We'll look at the sketchbook first, actually. So we're back in 2003. CHIMERA launch from CrossGen Comics, also known as CrossGen Entertainment, because they were trying to be a multimedia company, according to Brandon Peterson. Got to hang out with him a bit at, I feel like it was WonderCon when it was still in Oakland, but it might have actually been It might have been San Diego Con, but it was in 2003. Um, I also, by hanging out with him, I threw my sketchbook in front of him, and he did a really cool headshot of his main character from the book right there too. So, anyways, yeah, what I walk away from there with, I think all I walked away from there with was he had this limited ash can here. That guy right there. So we'll take a peek at this because this is not any of the content, digital content. So this one, and then I, of course, I got the actual books here as well, just to show you guys. Really thick paper, real thick paper. The binding, nice, nice saddle stitch binding, but the number of pages is pretty high. He worked on this all of 2002. And it came out in 03. March until I think July or August. Yeah, he did all of his own colors as well. Yeah, he wrote it, colored it, all that. And something really interesting about these books was he had a lot of his originals for sale, and they were like $25, some were 75, some were 50. He was drawing on these thin sheets of paper and had them in like comic bags and boards, and they were in there. So a lot of these panels are actually drawn just on their own sheet of paper. Like this would be on its own piece of paper. These three might be on their own piece of paper, and uninked, pencils only. He did the whole digital level adjustment, I'll say, for his things. I do the same thing. I'm pretty sure he had all this issue there for sale too. So yeah, like these here, it's literally a cut and paste job. So like these three panels here would be on a page, a squarish type sheet, probably about the same size as a comic, and then this one would be on a larger sheet, like a backboard. And then he would he'd work them up, do the cut and paste thing. I didn't even have to ask him about them. It was pretty evident, like he's not sitting there cutting pages up. So, but yeah, so when I was hanging out with him, yeah, he hooked me up, gave me the sketchbook, and then also gave me this right here, which is a miniature. It's just a CDR. It's just a miniature thing he had for people who were buying the sketchbook, which I did not. He hooked me up, and it just had his old information there, and it has all 4 issues on this, plus a gallery, including pieces that were never used, because at the time CrossGen was going real heavy on getting stuff in like Barnes and Noble and Borders, and doing really well at it. Actually, they were doing digest sized trade paperbacks. I think it's the same size as manga. It'd be like the size of a TV guide, right? So here, I'm gonna flip this. We'll take a peek at this. But anyways, yeah, so he's got covers in here that just were never used, full color and everything. What am I show you first? I got a movie pulled up here, but it's got no sound. I'm just gonna flip this. Yeah, we'll flip this here. All right, so we got the books here. So yeah, anyways, this is Ashcan sketchbook of his. I'm gonna do a flip through. Like I said, I can't be on here all day right now. I gotta run to the gym. But these are actual pencils, so a lot of these are actually used in the book. This is the piece used for the cover right here. And I would actually say probably drawn to scale. A lot of his stuff was drawn on sideways 8.5 by 11s, which is literally what this is. So a lot of this is the actual size. Yeah, I already recognize a few of these from issue 1. Oh, it looks like he labeled. Okay, so there's issue 2 right there. Yeah, just some selective shots, background stuff. You know, he was doing the whole. He was doing a lot of stuff in like 3D programs as well. So he would render out his backgrounds and drop them in, and then kind of color around them and you know, get everything to sync up. It was pretty cool. No one else was really doing that at the time, honestly. I feel like the only other person that would have tried it, just because of the you know, the final result, might have been like Travis Trey. So, but I don't think Travis got into digital stuff until much later. Yeah, so again, these are just some of the pencils here. I think some of the other stuff, some of these I don't feel like were used. Like some of this stuff like this might actually be used as a stat in a panel, and then he did some finish on it while he colored it. You know, like maybe there's a tall panel that it's used for. But yeah, that other video, I'm a little pissed. I'm a little ticked off because it was pretty cool. I did a little bit of a deep dive into CrossGen, even who was the ones that published this. I'm not doing that this time. We're just going to look at the art. CrossGen was a company that I did attempt to get hired by, and got one call back, got a return sample, and then nothing, no word after that. And Brandon was one of the higher paid artists there. He was an art director of sorts. I don't know if he managed all art direction, but he definitely had a lot to do with the design and the branding of CrossGen Comics, CrossGen Entertainment. So here, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna show you guys something here. This is a movie that is on this disc right here. It's not gonna have any sound, I'm sure. It never does. So I'm gonna flip this here, and I'll play this. You guys can at least visually, you can kind of see what's up with it. And I do believe this is actually all Brandon as well, Brandon Peterson, who is the artist creator of this Chimera book. I'm pretty sure he did all the work on this as well. We're talking to him a little bit about that. Straight off like a PS1. It's cool though. You gotta remember too, this is 2003, you know, and for a comic book, this was like a pretty crazy undertaking to like just try to promote your comic. You know, there was not even any sales made when this thing came out. And a lot of this stuff you see in this film too, like these Harriers or hovercrafts. A lot of these assets were actually used in background elements of the book, or books, plural. There's 4 of them. Yeah, it does look straight out like a PlayStation. I think actually getting through the books won't take too long. The gallery on this sucker, he's got it time stamped for images to automatically flip to the next page after 10 seconds. So. Yeah, I gotta say, you know, Brandon Peterson going from being essentially just a penciler at Top Cow, he did some inks as well, but you know, flipping that into being an art director with CrossGen, and then also just wore a lot of hats, doing you know, CGI, doing his own colors, kind of reinventing the wheel a little bit as far as like getting the name out and getting your book out and getting promotional items put together. One thing I thought was always really cool about the whole setup with CrossGen, it was almost like I would say it's probably the closest thing to what Image did in the very beginning as well. And I don't think it will ever be replicated again. I don't think it can be. I think comics have kind of they peaked, and so it'll go down, it'll go back up, but it'll never. You're never going to have another Image Comics again. And CrossGen did attempt that They just didn't have the star power, to be honest. And sales were kind of weird, and they had a lot of getting vendors on board was pretty tough too, I think. But I think that was part of the allure of some of their books was the multimedia. You know, the fascination was beginning around then with getting stuff made into games and this and that. And I think Brandon was saying I think that this right here was actually used as well as a pitch for like a Saturday morning animated series as well. Definitely aspects of this didn't age, did not, you know, at this point. So this video is 20 years old now. 2003 is when this sucker was produced. I think at the time when this was out, well, what else was out? Like Transformers Beast Wars, right? Like this actually, I mean, this looks on, you know, on par as far as the quality is concerned with that. But I just wanted to show you guys, yeah, this movie. So this right here has an auto run function on it. This disc that Brandon gave me way back in 03. It has an auto run on it, and usually what would occur is this movie would play. There we go. My camera's freezing up on me. All right, so you get some credits there. But anywho, what it would do is it would, let me scoot this shit over to here. There we go. So what it would do was it would boot the movie, and then from the movie, if I recall, it would go to another menu, which would bring you to gallery and the books and some websites and stuff. Luckily, what this disc does do is it's saved here. It just pulled up. It did say, it kind of like archived some of the snaps of the reviews. So we had like reviews on there. Let's see here. All right, check this out. Okay, so this is what the content would look like after it boots. I think there's some additional images that aren't coming up. It would access stuff from the original CrossGen website, which is now defunct, obviously. Company gone, you know, it's been gone for a while. I know the creator even passed away, the old owner. So yeah, you get the CHIMERA 1 through 4, the movie here, which actually, funny enough, it will not even load through this link that's already hyperlinked here. And then a bunch of PDF single pages of reviews, like you can see here. So you get like the literal like printed page PDF of the review, or the, you know, so sometimes it'll have other books. It's almost like Wayback Machine in a weird way. You'll even see other products like in the sidebars and stuff. And what's funny is it even like saved all these links here, which are all dead, because a lot of these sites are gone. You know, they disappeared, you know, with a lot of the fandom. Yeah, some of the stuff, I don't know. He kind of was just taking reviews, people that did early reviews on it. Hero Realm. I feel like I used to go to this site, apply for a message boards back in the day. Yeah, you get, oh, hey, look, Keith Giffen, Dominion #1, Image Comics, right? 2003. You guys can order that now. And then a couple more reviews. We're not going to go through all those. Covers, pinups, we'll do that last. So let's go and take a peek at these. And like I said, it's on a timer, so you get like no logo, but you get the full image right here. I cannot go larger on it, unfortunately. But yeah, you get to see the pages here, unaltered, just full color. And again, it was just, I think that, if I recall, Brandon said the original intent on creating this disc was, you know, you go visit a studio, an animation place, you know, people in production, and he would just drop the disc with them after going to lunch. It was kind of his calling card, like, hey, check this stuff out. It's got everything on here. And the idea behind these books as well is that they essentially serve as a storyboard too. So like every shot, the way he was telling me is like every shot, it's not necessarily to scale of a screen, but it's set up for cinematic television, movies, whatever, that it could be adapted very easily. So something I noticed in here, he does quite a bit. There's a lot of mid-action, which I kind of feel like that's to kind of imply movement. There's not a lot of static. You can see on those panel breaks there too with those lines. It's kind of ugly, but it makes sense. It's like watching them walk, you know, down that path. But for 03, these are really good colors. I will say that. Like I was super impressed with his coloring, and I'm pretty sure Brandon had told me that he was coloring using Corel Painter, which I also had that program. I couldn't do colors like this in Corel though. They have a lot of really cool paintbrush, like that background for sure I'd be able to do in it. You know, they got some dry brush, you got a little bit of scrub with this and that. But as far as like the skin tones and the way he was able to just really manipulate the fades and which is different tints and tones in between, it's super cool. You don't even see colorists doing that today. Everyone kind of reverted to that dodge and burn method. I wish that shit would just disappear, but yeah, I'd be interested to see that one there. The panel break with her right hand, just because he did draw all these panels were drawn on like small pieces of paper at various sizes and shapes. They were just not. It wasn't like one piece of paper was like, oh, this is going to be the panel. He would draw the panel within it at whatever dimension he felt like, and then would just pencil it and then scan it. The borders here very obviously digital. The backgrounds were generated by him using different CGI equipment, different programs that he was studying at the time. The planet looks sick. But very good mesh between you know, the hand-drawn stuff. And this is 2003. Yeah, the city, it looks a little too perfect. It needs a little bit of something. I think the appeal, this planet reminds me a lot of like Naboo. So I see a chat. I'm getting through this because I'm going to go to the gym after I'm done with this. My older video had a weird echo to it. I think two mics were picking up and it had a weird delay, and I couldn't figure out how to like. I could omit one of my talking channels, but it was forcing everything into either the left or right channel, and so I don't really understand what happened with that. I see you guys. I see Jason, Mark, Snuggy, Truggy Dude. Yep, saw that. Thanks, Truggy. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, like I said, these things are on like these 10-second intervals. And then was that the last of the book? So I got to go back through. Okay, so yeah, that's the last of that first book. Back to main page. What issue 2 here? Sumo, Duck Bacon. How are you doing? Yeah. So again, like this thing's on auto. It's on auto. It'll just flip every 10 seconds to the next piece. Yeah, it's a super solid book. Solid outing. I feel like it was some of Brandon Peterson's better work, not his best. I do actually prefer his stuff during Top Cow, inked by, Top Cow inkers. This here again, this is all 100% pencil. He's kind of like me. He's a very clean penciler. Yeah, the sketch that I got in my sketchbook, I don't have that close to me, but that one he did ink, and he does inks, and he does a lot of commissions and stuff. What's up, some person? Yeah, these colors, some of it I like that glowing hand right there. That feels very Steve Furcow to me, in a good way. He's not aping nothing. Like Brandon Peterson he's a great artist all around. I've seen a lot of his like current commission stuff, and it's kind of insane. He's doing a lot of like watercolor stuff now. Yeah, I can't really recall a time in Brandon Peterson's career, at least of my collecting days, where he's been like not good. He's always been a good artist. Before Top Cow, he was working at Marvel, and he was like one of the replacement artists on like X-Men with off Will's. I think it was off Will's Portacio's run. Actually, it was off Uncanny. But he was there for all that. Was it Extinction Agenda? I think it was. Maybe Phalanx Covenant, or that was after. Maybe I think he was already at Top Cow working on the Ripclaw books and just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and if you guys don't know too, a lot of this one right here. That right there is in the sketchbook right here. I just realized that. He did pencil assist on the first couple issues of The Darkness by Mark Silvestri, written by Garth Ennis, right? I almost said Garth Brooks. Dude, I love the tones, the tonal adjustments, and he's got a bunch of overlay layers. They're super cool on this. It looks so good. All right, so that's that for 2. Like I told you guys, this thing goes fast. It's not going to be too long. I'm only in 30 minutes, and we're almost done. All right, so you got the covers. That's cover to 3. Yeah, so that's cover to this one right here. Got mine with the logo, issue 3. And honestly, there's nothing in particular I can really point out to you that like stands out. There's no half-ass on any of this project. It's all full ass. Brandon went full ass on this. But he was compensated really well to go full ass. So yeah, at the time, like when he was working on this, so he would have been working on this the middle towards the end of 2002, because the book launched it came out in March, which meant a December solicitation, right? People like myself were trying to get hired by him at CrossGen because they were the only ones offering page rates comparable to the very beginnings of Image. They were, making 200, 300 a page was unheard of at the time in 03. That was 90, 92, 94 money. What's up, Jeremy? Yeah, so let's see here. All right, it's got a bit left there. Yeah, and you'll see he doesn't really. So environmentally, he does lean a little bit into his CGI work, right? Like his 3D designs and incorporating all that stuff into this. I think it's mostly on this issue, though. Like he probably only drew that the figure on the bottom panel right there. The rest is probably all, Maya or whatever he's using. But all these colors, guys, CMYK safe. Some of them look kind of loopy. They look like they might not be CMYK, but they're 110%. If you could find this run, oh, by the way, you're not going to find a trade paperback of these, so I highly suggest if you want to get them, just to grab a set of someone selling a set. They're pretty tough to find an individual at a not expensive amount of money. You could probably get the set for less than what you would have spent on a trade anyways. And the paper quality in these issues is super, super gloss. And these 4 books feels heavier than a trade to me. It just feels heavy. So yeah, I would say just get a set if you don't already own them. All right, I think that's the final page there. You got the big bad coming out with his armada, and then here we go. We got CHIMERA 4, and then we're gonna look at his gallery, and then I'm gonna leave you guys to go kill myself at the gym. But I mean, these are beater copies, and they look really nice condition, but I've never had these bagged or boarded. These have always been out for reference. He did, you'll see it in the gallery, I'll point it out. He did a cover for the trade paperback to the CHIMERA 4-issue series here, which is, I think it's only published. I don't think it is published, actually. I think it's only on this disc. I can't find an image of it in the wild on Google. But they never did. They never produced a trade paperback to it. They might have, at the time they were pushing, I forgot, there was that samurai book. They had another book called, what was it, Sigil? And those ones were getting all the love, I think, because they were getting actual like interest in film and movies, TV, video games. And I think the company had a lot more to win off of those versus a create your own project like this from Peterson. But like I said, there's not a single page in this run of books that he didn't dial in. Yes, they're beater copy. Your beater readers, man. Beater readers. I really like that double page spread. There's a few shots he does in here that I feel like definitely benefited. If they were hand drawn, they would have not had the same oof factor. And then I think it was supposed to, let's see here. I think he was telling me he kind of, I don't remember the cliffhanger to this, but I do know that it was, he had ideas like most of us do. He had ideas for the continuation of the series, and I do not recall if he did or did not tell me what the plan was. To my knowledge, by the way, I think that this property is kind of dead in the water. It's just, I think it's in limbo. Brandon, he actually lives out here. I think he lives in Phoenix. He's pretty close to me. So if I run into him at one of these little shows, I've run into him a few times and just said hi. And he recalls me, but also I think is being nice. I don't think he actually recalls me. Here we go. Gallery. Same thing. 10 seconds, guys. What's up, Noah? Yeah, so let's see here. We got some character designs. Some of these were used for promotional items, I think. This next one, okay, I think this was a bookmark given away for free at comic shops months before the release. And it had, like the info on the back. I think I have that. This right here was a postcard and a sticker. What's up, KSSS? That right there is the cover, the painting he did to the sketchbook. That's a turnaround. Obviously, could be useful also for like toys. Toys were real hot. There it is. That was supposed to be the trade paperback cover right there. So that's when he was telling me about that. I was like, this is a digital painting that he did. Another character design. I feel like this was actually used in the book, but in a reflect. I think that it was flipped. It's one of the troops. Very, like I said, like Naboo world meets, I don't even know, Star Wars kind of. What is this? Demon Wars trade paperback was the file. Here's an Emperor painting. This was a cover for the first, for the trade. This might not even be published. There's a Hellboy painting. I know this wasn't published. This was for Mystic. Oh yeah, when he first went over, he was drawing a book called Mystic. So if you get like the first year, you're going to get a lot of his work. There's the second printing. I think I actually got that cover for the Mystic trade. I might be lying. Probably lying. This was a character design. I think, oh God, what was it? Way of the Warrior or something, whatever that book, Way the Rat. Yeah, some character designs. This looks like it's from the same book. Is it the first? It might all be from the first. I'm not sure. But yeah, these are all designs from I'm gonna guess he did these in 02 because when I got this disc with all the books and this, I think it was in March when the first issue released of 03, which means 02 would probably be when he was knocking all these out. It's funny to me, a lot of this stuff looks better than a lot of the stuff people are putting out right now, and this is like 20 years old, like old ass work. Character is kind of cool. Reminds me a little bit of the your last fight on Revenge of Shinobi. Sits her with his hair. The secret to beating the final boss in Revenge of Shinobi is you just have to stay squatted, and every time his hair extends, you hit him with some shuriken. Check out this guy. It's pretty cool. That might be it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I was hoping I could shut the door. What's up, Angie? What's up, KSSS? More character designs. Part of me says that these were inked. I don't think these were just pencil. Because them lines are thick. That almost looks like a Bart Sears drawing. It's not, but looks like it. Is that it? All right, that's it. That's it. Are you happy? You guys happy now? Are you happy for that? Are you happy that I did this stream? All right. So anyways, yeah. That's Chimera by Brandon Peterson. There's all my books. I got my CD art. It's a blue. It is a blue. My CD art. I got my little sketchbook. That's it. I'm closing this down. What should I end it with? I was gonna do the right. I got to go to the gym. I'll be back.